Hi, thank you for joining me today. If we haven't met, my name is Camille. I am the marketing manager at Produce Your Podcast and one of your coaches at the Podcast Management Academy. Today, we're going to be talking about choosing a social media hosting platform, email marketing, content creation, where your audience lives, and a little bit more. Let's dive in. First off, choosing a social media platform. So you might have a whole bunch of content created and be super excited to put it everywhere. So I actually do not recommend this. It can actually hurt the algorithm and backfire a little bit. So what I recommend doing is picking one or two hosting platforms and mastering that. And what I mean by mastering that is take some extra courses, take some webinars. You can go to HubSpot, you can go to Hootsuite. Google has stuff and do a deep dive into what that platform is looking for. Facebook and Instagram might both be under Meta, but they're both looking for different things. Instagram at the moment doesn't like it when you leave their platform. Yes, you can post links in your stories, but that's about it. Whereas Facebook's great with it. YouTube links look amazing on Facebook. It's little things like that that will make a big difference in the long run with your marketing strategy. Another thing to think about before you're looking at where your audience lives is what kind of content do you have created? Do you have quote tiles? Do you have possibly just lines that would be great on threads with no graphics or anything created with it? Do you have vertical videos? Do you have horizontal videos? Long captions, blogs, articles? All of that matters and is something that you should take into consideration when choosing your hosting platform. So we do have a little cheat sheet. I'm just going to share it with you. And although you have to stay up to date with the changing algorithms and what they like posted, the main core of the social media platforms hasn't changed much in a long time. So what I mean by that is who's visiting them? What age group? What demographic? What content are they looking to enjoy on that platform? A great example of that is LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is Produce Your Podcast main platform. So it's primarily used by professionals that are career oriented. They're looking for business advice. They're not looking for a picture of your food or your dog, although sometimes I have to say a nice little break does work here and there on LinkedIn. Whereas Facebook and Instagram, those are a little bit more casual. So they cater to a diverse audience, various ages and interests. So you're going to have to be careful with your keywords, hashtags, and setting your demographics as to what audience you are looking for. Another one I strongly recommend is YouTube. YouTube is not really for the faint of heart. I recommend taking a few courses. It might seem simple at first, but there's lots of underlying layers within YouTube to reach your target audience. And I'll touch on more about that in just a second. TikTok is a lot of fun and it's expanding huge. TikTok is allowing thumbnails now at the moment. They're allowing even graphics. It's super cool. One word of caution if you are posting between Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube and using something like CapCut. CapCut will let you know, but not always, if the music license is proper between Meta, Instagram, if the music license works between Meta, TikTok, and YouTube. It's up to you to take care of that. It's up to you to watch over licenses. Even some graphics you have to watch. You have to always know, where are you sourcing these graphics? Where are you sourcing the music? Is it licensed? Are you allowed to use it? Because believe me, YouTube will find it, TikTok will find it. And you really do not want your stuff to be put on hold or possibly shut down. Okay. So here's what I mean when I was talking about YouTube, that you really need to do a deep dive to reach your target audience. So this is a graph here from 2024 about the percentage of US adults that say they use a certain platform. And as you can see here, YouTube, 93% of the ages 18 to 29 use it, 92, 30 to 49, even 60% of 65-year-olds are on YouTube. So that's massive. Here's another graph, just broken up a little bit different about knowing where your audience is. So Gen Z really likes Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, which yes, we all knew. So then we have millennials who like Facebook, Instagram, Snap. Although I'm not 100% sure about the Snap, as that seems more my daughter's age, but Apparently it's here. X, I understand. YouTube, yes. Boomers, it almost seems like a mean term, but they really like Facebook and YouTube. I know my grandma loves Facebook, and she is the first to search Facebook if she is looking for a company, if she is looking for social proof. She wants to know what people are saying about it. She wants to know the good, the bad, probably the bad, and everything else. So it's pretty fun knowing where your audience is. All right, I'm going to stop sharing here. Let's dive in a little bit into email marketing. So, with your social media content, hopefully you've gotten some email addresses, people not opted into your newsletter, and it's time to set up a mail system. So, there's plenty out there. MailerLite, MailerChimp. I know we use MailerLite. So, what you're going to want to do is search, see which one is meeting what your needs are, what your company needs are, or what your clients' needs are. For us, MailerLite's serving us great. What we do is we have different email addresses set up into categories for our different target audience. So you might send one thing to one age group or demographic interest that you're not going to want to send another. So I highly recommend split up your mailing lists and target those groups. You can do A to B testing as you get further along, but just get started. The main thing to remember is a strong subject line. Now, I was on a Amy Porterfield webinar, and she recommended a site called subjectline.com. And you can go there, type in your subject line, and it'll tell you how strong it is, how likely someone is to open it, and give you some tips and advice, and even new subject lines onto what to change it to. My next piece of advice is have a clear call to action. You're going to want to teach something in your newsletter or your email, sorry. You're going to want to teach something in your email that is going to be of benefit to whoever opens it. They don't want to open it and just read how wonderful you are in your company and, oh, that's great, because it doesn't serve them. They'll click right off. So, teaching, clear call to action. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to go to your website? Do you want them to watch your podcast? Do you want them to book a call with you? Make it as clear and simple as possible. And I wish you all the best. If you have more questions around your email marketing, your social media platforms, where your audience lives, what kind of content works where, let me know. Ask me a question. I'm happy to answer. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me.